Hello, my friends. If someone feels like speaking in this brightest of the morning, you may join me. Follow the link that I put below. I didn't sleep well. That's why might be talking too slow. Though I don't think that I want to do something else but speaking to you. That's why I summon you to this modest party. Maybe you want to join me, and I will demonstrate you the alternative to Zoom, so that you could use it if you want. There is no restriction related to time, or you don't have to uh, click all the time when someone wants to join, so that you won't miss someone. You just click the link and immediately appear here without installing any additional application. But you have to install if you use your phone, because I don't think that any mobile phone will allow you to use any of applications without installing it. And there is nothing to be afraid of. Just join in and we will talk about something. Let's see if someone. If you join, we will find some subject to discuss, and we may speak freely about whatever you want. Just it's up to you what we will do. There is no host. You are going to be host, and I will help if it's needed. I know that people quite conservative in their approach to life and using something, but Zoom quite risky for their habits. But maybe you will find it profitable, find some benefits using Jitsu, and after all, you will be grateful, as I was to my friend Roman, who might be listening to this video right now if he is not sleeping yet. Still, let's see. I need to know if it was posted on my wall. Oh, I will invite my friend Abdurrahman. Let's see. Okay, I don't think that I. I know. I'm so. It is a lack of concentration that I made some mistakes in making my post. Let's see. It's a strange feeling when you get up and uh, you can understand whether you want to sleep on or it's time to get up. But tried as I might, I couldn't sleep anymore. That's why I have had to get up. Or someone wants to connect. I hope it is not some kind of fraud that wants to teach me how to earn money lying on the table or on the sofa. I don't know what they do. Look, if you earn such effort on just doing nothing, maybe you don't need to invite someone in your business and earn every penny by your own without inviting someone, or they uh, earn inviting us in their structures and take money from us. What seems to me more explainable. I can't believe that everyone is afraid of joining this link. Nothing will happen to you if you join it. It is just an alternative to Zoom. I don't want to pay $15 for nothing. You know, I I would pay if I earn money from that. Otherwise, I needn't. I'm and maybe might be I would buy it if it um, was cheaper than it is now. Though I don't know. What the reason of using uh, Zoom if we have free applications like Jitsi? Do you have any troubles with that? You should just follow the link and it is going to be all the same. Okay, maybe I will not be able to admit someone to the meeting, and everyone will be able to join. Nevertheless, wasn't it what I am expecting? Isn't it what I'm expecting? Let's see. I had a cup of coffee, but it didn't bring me any energy. No, I feel quite cheerful, though my eyes like sleeping still. Still like I tried to do something else. For instance, preparation for my FC exam, but I failed because I don't feel like. Uh, I have been preparing for 8 months already, and I suppose there is no reason to spend 2 last days before exam to prepare on because there are two choices, two ways. Either I have prepared already, or nothing will help me out. What could I add here? You know, I always wanted to read aloud Edward Gibbon's memoirs, but I was too shy. As you know, my accent far from being perfect, and that's why I suggested uh, that it might look quite strange when you read something without uh, perfect knowledge of every single word taken from this memoir. Oh, someone's joining. Hello. Why are you hiding yourself? Reveal yourself, my friend. Don't be afraid. Just turn on your camera and share your last feelings. about this incredible day that started from Jitsu instead of that of Zoom. You should allow camera and micro in your browser because every browser requires it. If you are having any troubles, just let me know. I will explain you. You may put your comment below the post about this meeting. You just should look into it and find how it is convenient to use such applications where you shouldn't uh, install anything and just following the link you may join easily to any conversation, and moreover there is no restrictions and you may speak even if I leave this room. There is no host. You just create your room, your own room, and having link, you may always join it. You can always join it and speak with anyone. People you should put behind every. Oh, oh, my solitude friend left me alone here. What should I do? Oh, it seems someone's come back. Hello, fellow Jitser. You should put your name into chat if you want to do so. Look, you if you see, you should allow camera and micro uh, on the top of the screen where you have such a line. It will ask you to do so. But if you try to connect using your phone, follow the link. You will be advised to install application from either Apple Store or Google Play, so that you can use this program. There is no need to pay for anything. Just join me. I know I'm a risky guy using new applications, and that's why I decided to do a speaking club today in order to explain you all the profits of using new applications. It's I wouldn't use it if it hadn't been so convenient. If it wasn't so convenient. Fellow Jitser, do you want to talk? Or you want me to read aloud a poetry of Edward Gibbon? Let's try then. At one stride appeared a book that will explain you how describe you the life of Edward Gibbon. Okay, I will read it aloud. But be aware of my accent and the way of pronouncing some words, because there are too many words that I am not good at. Okay, Memoirs of My Life and Writings by Edward Gibbon. It is a famous historian. In the 52nd year of my age, after the completion of an arduous and successful work, I now propose to employ some moments of my leisure in reviewing the simple transactions of a private and literary life. Truth, naked and blushing truth, the first virtue of more serious history, must be the sole recommendation of this personal narrative. The style shall be simple and familiar, but style is the image of character, and the habits of correct writing may produce, without labor or design, the appearance of art and study. My own amusement is my motive, and will be my reward. And if these sheets are communicated to some discreet and indulgent friends, they will secrete it from the public eye till the after shall be removed beyond the reach of criticism and ridicule. A lively desire of knowing and of recording our ancestors so generally prevails, that it must depend on the influence of some common principle in the minds of men. We seem to have lived in the persons of our forefathers. It is the labor and reward of vanity to extend the term of this ideal longevity. I don't know what does it mean, what it means. Our imagination is always active to enlarge the narrow circle in which nature has confined us. 50 or 100 years may be allotted to an individual, but we step forward beyond death with such hopes as religion and philosophy will suggest, and we fill up the silent vacancy that precedes our birth by associating ourselves to the afters of our existence. Our calmer judgment our calmer judgment will rather tend to moderate than to suppress the pride of an ancient and worthy race. The satirist may laugh, the philosopher may preach, but reason herself will respect the prejudices and habits which have been consecrated by the experience of mankind. Do you see what style did he use? I just dream of acquiring the weapon of language that he had. I know it is quite hard even for natives, but don't we shouldn't we have a dream? And this one is mine. And maybe some someone trying hard and to labor with fanatism, I will understand how it works and the common principle of his style. As I know, many English professors admire him because when I trying to find some information about on Edward Gibbon, uh, um, majority of people who express his thoughts on the topic uh, emphasized that the important thing in his works is his style. And is it possible for us to reach such style being foreigners? I don't know exactly how to mm, explain it, but I think that working hard for many years, writing endless essays and listening and reading such maybe poems or works, we will get closer to understanding of the way which was used writing that. Someone please join me. I just want to talk to you. Don't be afraid of this application. It won't bite you or won't steal your money from phone. I don't know what I'm afraid of. It's okay to use new applications. Friend, just join me. I need to put the link on YouTube. Maybe my precious subscribers want to join. It would be unpolite of me impolite of me not to share the link with them. Join, friends. Oh, friends, it is treacherous of you that you left me behind, talking to my own soul. and comprehending on the topics that I'm not good at. I will achieve this through persistence, through perseverance, and people looking my video may decide to join, and that will be my reward. Okay, let's continue reading our book. Maybe you oh, someone is joining me. No, someone left. Oh, Mestun, hello, my friend. You should give access to your camera and micro in your browser if you use PC, and if you use phone, just install application or you already did it, I suppose. Mestun is my best friend. I haven't seen him for ages. And he's interested in poetry too. Hello. I admire people who are still trying to implement into life things taken from poetry. Out of we see only obscene things taken from YouTube with people doing despicably strange things which make me crazy. Why don't you want to be closer to those who reach the highest level of society, like Edward Gibbon, like those poets and historian from Beston Page? Uh, and I can't believe that some guy eating some kind of junk in YouTube may draw your interest. Okay, let's read on. Wherever the distinction of birth is allowed to form a superior order in the state, education and example should always, and will often, produce among them a dignity of sentiment and propriety of conduct, which is guarded from dishonour by their own and the public esteem. If we read of some illustrious line so ancient that it has no beginning, so worthy that it ought to have no end, we sympathize in its various fortunes. Oh, hello, fellow Jitzer. Yes, allow your browser to use camera and micro so that you can use it program. It is a regular procedure. You may change your name by uh, clicking chat that's on the left corner. It's quite easy. I think you will work out how it works. Oh, as it seems, Alexandra Pak is my closest friend on WebTalk, having a birthday today. I wish you celebrate it well. You know, sitting here alone, I feel like insane, insane one who was taken to the hospital in order to be far from. Oh, it is not useful. Quite strange name. What exactly? What do you mean, my friend? Just reveal yourself to the world. To the world consists of some people who might watch this. Oh, I couldn't connect. Why so? What's the trouble? You can't turn on camera using browser. I will help you out if you explain me in details what exactly is happening with your browser or phone. You know, even 8 years pupil easily connect this. Maybe it is too easy to mm, not to get into trouble. If you have some unsurmountable obstacles, just let me know either here on or in on my page in WebTalk. We'll find a way how to resolve your trouble. Please, could you tell me whether you use your PC or phone? It is essential so that I would help you. I could help you. He or she gave up. Oh, Alexandra, if you're here, just join us and read something on your own. I and my friends and I would listen to you with pleasure. Okay, guys and guys, may I call guys appealing to everyone, from woman to man, or I should say guys and girls. So would sounds quite strange. Okay. While my friend trying to join this party, I will read on incredible masterpiece brought from our ancient ancestors. Or yes, it was so. For my own part, could I draw my pedigree from a general, a statesman, or a celebrated actor, I should study their lives with the diligence of filial love. In the investigation of past events, our curiosity is stimulated by the immediate or indirect reference to ourselves. But in the estimate of honor, we should learn to value the gifts of nature above those of fortune, to esteem our ancestors the qualities that best promote the interest of society, and to pronounce the descendant of a kind less truly noble than the offspring of a man of genius whose writings will instruct or delight the latest posterity. The family of Confucius is, in my opinion, the most illustrious in the world. After a painful ascent of 8 or 10 centuries, our barons and princes of Europe are lost in the darkness of the Middle Ages, but in the vast equality of the Empire of China, the posterity of Confucius, I don't know how to pronounce Confucius, have maintained above 2,200 years. Their peaceful honors and perpetual succession, the chief of the family is still revered by the sovereign and the people as the lovely image of the wisest of mankind. The nobility of the Spencers has been illustrated and enriched by the trophies of Marlborough, but I exhort them to consider Fairly Queen as the most precious jewel of their coronet, or my tongue will broke. Please spare me someone. You should join and talk to me using simple words instead of those from the book. It is like a training for my tongue, for my features of my pronunciation. I don't know how to say, but it's really helpful sometimes. If you was listening to me a couple years ago, you would find difference. I can't say the way that lies before me is short. It's rather long to get to the point where I will speak at least as some drunker from any of English cities. But we shouldn't stop, should we? What is the trouble to join our club? You just need to follow the link and turn on your camera and micro. Guys, how do you use buses? It's much easier than that. If you are able to count to 25 rubles to pay fare of the bus, you will handle with this application too. Please join me. I'm like a crazy one who is waiting, don't even not even knowing who. Hmm. Okay, I will read on. I don't know, maybe discuss some news, but they're too dull. Mhm. Okay, let's get on. But before I will see maybe someone left a message below the broadcasting. Or I don't know, maybe you are having broadcasting. I will join you if you don't feel like joining this one. Best Bestun decided to spare me. Hello, my friend. If you can't activate your camera, you should close any other application that use a camera. Then get into this room, and after on, open your other application if you want to use them. For instance, I don't know, OBS or XSplit. You might ask me if you have any trouble, because I didn't when I started to use, but nevertheless, maybe you can't activate your camera. Okay, so one, why don't you use all benefits of this platform and joining such parties like this one? We would discuss some things. I will not interrupt you. It is not in my habits. It can be that no one wants to talk in such tiny shining morning, but I don't know what time is it in your country. Bistun, let me know, please, if you're stuck into trouble. Well, some guy named Homer Baker reads me or wrote me, need extra income? Here is the link to view. Oh no, thank you. I don't think you decide to share with me your inheritance. That's why I prefer to avoid that. My friend Bistun is trying to join. Okay, I will read on. Exposed my private feelings, as I shall always do, without scruple or reserve, that these sentiments are just or at least natural, I am inclined to believe, since I do not feel myself interested in the cause, for I can derive from my ancestors neither glory nor shame. Yet a sincere and simple narrative of my own life may amuse some of my leisure hours, but it will subject me, and perhaps with justice, to the imputation of vanity. I may judge, however, from the experience both of past and of the present times, that the public are always curious to know the men who have left behind them any image of their minds. The most scanty accounts of such men are compiled with diligence and perused with eagerness, and the student of every class may derive a lesson or an example from the lives most similar to his own. My name may hereafter be placed among the thousand articles of a biographic Britannica, and I must be conscious that no one is so well qualified as myself to describe the series of my thoughts and actions. The authority of my masters, of the grave Tuanus and the philosophic Hume might be sufficient to justify my design, but it would not be difficult to produce a long list of ancient and moderns who in various forms have exhibited their own portraits, such as portraits. Oh, let's see. I can't see you. Hmm, why so? It works well. Let's see in my on my page. It is in good working order. Why can't you see me? It's quite strange. Maybe you should allow uh, something using your browser application. Hi, what is the trouble? Trouble, friend. Mhm. I believe at least one person joined me, but it's okay. Being crazy, I just read on. Mm, okay, I'll start from this place. This point. Such portraits are often the most interesting and sometimes the only interesting parts of their writings. And if they be sincere, we seldom complain of the minuteness of prolixity of these personal memorials. The lives of the younger Pliny, of Petrarch, and of Erasmus are expressed in the epistles which they themselves have given to the world. The essays of Montaigne, I don't know how to pronounce Montaigne and Sir William Temple bring us home to the houses and bosoms of the afters. We smile without contempt at the headstrong passion of Benvenuto Cellini, whoever he is, and the guy follows of colleagues Kibero, I don't know. It's so hard to read names in which I'm not confessed. Okay, okay. The Confessions of Saint Augustine and Rose disclose the secrets of the human heart. The commentaries of the learned Huet, his name, have survived his evangelic demonstration, and the memoirs of Galdini are more truly dramatic than his Italian comedies. The Heretic and the Churchman are strongly marked in the characters and fortunes of Whiston and Bishop Newton. In even the dullness of Michael, or I don't know, Michael, the Marlows and Anthony Wood acquires some value from the faithful representation of men and manners. That I am equal or superior to some of these The effects of modesty or affection cannot force me to dissemble. My family is originally derived from the county of Kent, the southern district which borders on Sussex and the sea, was formerly overspread with the great forest and the Rede, and even now retains the denomination of the Weald or woodland. In this, oh, Raman want to join me. In this district and in the hundred and parish of Rolvenden, the Gibbons were possessed of lands in the year 1326, and the elder branch of the family, without much increase or diminution, diminution of property. I don't know. It means decreasing, but I can't read it. Still adheres to its native soil. 14 years after the first appearance of his name, John Gibbon is recorded as the Marmoriarius, or architect of King Edward III. The strong and stately castle of Queensborough, which guarded the entrance of the Medway, was a monument of his. А? Почему? My friend said that he tried to join and failed to see me too. I did something wrong. Maybe I should try another browser. I didn't use it before. I opened this one in order to broadcast it to YouTube. Mm, let's try another one. hmm Oh, my friend, do you see me? I know what to do. Just wait. It was my mistake. I used the wrong browser. Let's close it. Hello, my friend. How do you feel? Why so? What? Why don't you feel good? What's happened? It was my mistake. Sorry. I thought there is no matter which browser I uh, use, but it appeared that Opera browser can't be used for that. I will turn my camera on. Okay. I'm trying. y- yes, I'm trying to turn it on because I was using XSplit application and it takes control over my camera. Uh, yes, I did, and I found out that you are interested in such things too. And so, what book was the last you read? Oh, I will see. Why do you think so? It is stated that it is Paulo Coelho who wrote it, or do you think it is her second name to conceal herself? Um, I'm trying to turn on my camera. Please give me some time. I used XSplit to broadcast our meeting, but when you turn on any application that